see nothing crazy.
She didn't say anything crazy today, guys.
I did it. I'm back though.
Hi, look, she's back.
Unfortunately.
Don't do that. She was coming back regardless. She's talking about she gonna sell. What were you gonna sell? Pineapples.
Oh, yeah.
The market is oversaturated with people that sell
Bananas,
pineapples.
girl, I said banana. I said
It don't matter.
coconuts.
Even
No,
if it's coconuts, plantains, the market is oversaturated.
Yeah.
Today's episode is brought to you by. This is not an ad. I just want y'all to know what
it's just a drink.
What we drink. That is good. All right. So, welcome to the podcast, Musaficionado, episode 60. Girl, we're at 60. Wait till we get to 100. We're going to retire. No, I'm kidding.
We're going to have a whole, we're going to like confetti going to drop.
Yeah, strippers going to come out. It's going to be a twerk contest.
It's going to be a twerk contest the whole night.
It's going to be a lot.
When we get to 100.
Yeah.
So.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Working with. Okay.
You said don't stop and I immediately think Scott. Scott! That's a,
See?
So,
See?
you know, Florida nonetheless.
Only music people know that. Anyway, we're in Women's History Month. We left y'all in Black History Month. We're in Women's History Month. I want to only talk about women, but it's not going to happen.
Right.
Because new music has come, and I got a lot of stuff to tell y'all about. Tam was gone. She was shaking it and moving her body in a whole nother country. Yes. So I'm just going to go over all this really quick for y'all. Lady Gaga has a single out called Stupid Love. It was okay.
Okay.
I have to preface that with I'm not the biggest Lady Gaga fan, so I'm biased. So don't listen to me. Go listen. It's a mid-tempo bop.
Okay, so
mid-tempo.
I love Lady Gaga, so I'm going to go listen to it.
Yeah. Sza and Justin Timberlake have a song called The Other Side. It's on the Trolls World Tour. So it's a soundtrack type thing. It is in the same box with all the other soundtrack happy type songs. So
I am so sorry.
You are so popular.
And so
a girl come back in her town. Her messages is popping. She important.
Police.
She important. But it's nice. And can I tell you, I miss SZA. Summer Walker fizzled for me. I'm over her. But SZA.
What made you get over Summer Walker?
This facelift that she got looking like Lil' Kim.
Everybody keep talking about I haven't seen it yet. Because I haven't been paying attention since I've been gone. But everybody's saying she chopped her face up.
Oh, Lord, she look like Lil' Kim now.
No.
Actually, you know who she really look like? For real? T.S. Madison.
Oh, big.
That's who she look like now. Let me see. New face.
Oh, shit.
It's really her new nose. It's the nose. But she look like T.S. Madison now. I cannot find it.
Because these are all old pictures,
She has a Caucasian nose. That's not it. I'm going to find you the picture.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm multitasking. Pink Sweat has a song out, 17. I love Pink Sweat.
I like him too, and it was funny because me and Nisha were watching Made in America on Tidal, and she was like, I have never heard of him. And I was like, what? And she had never heard of him.
Okay.
So
Nisha and I gonna fight a little bit.
So when she saw him perform, I said, he has one song that you heard. And so when it got to the song, she was like, I think I have heard this song.
She said she thinks.
Yeah, but she didn't recognize the name or anything. So I was just like, all righty then.
Okay. So Pink Sweat 17, it's a single, it's not a whole new album, whatever. And it's a slow song.
Okay.
And it's about basically he's saying he gonna love you from 17 to 92. Age 92.
Yeah.
He trying to love you long time.
All right.
I'm gonna mess his name up.
Amine,
thank you.
It's my sister. She worships him. She loves him.
I know. I be looking at her little stories. I'm like,
she love that dude.
Amine is out with a song called Shimmy. Let me tell y'all, Amine came out with the little cute bops and stuff. You know, what's the first song he came out with? My favorite song, Caroline.
Yeah,
that was a bop. It was cute. He rapping on Shimmy, and he has the ODB sample of Shimmy Shimmy Ya. But he's using the vocals, not the actual beat of Shimmy Shimmy Ya. But he is rapping his ass off. He not playing in this song.
But before he became popular, everybody said that he was like an underground rapper. He was really popular on the West Coast. So when Caroline came out, because it was
it was a bop.
Yeah.
It was like, poppy.
Yeah, and people were kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
But the rest of his stuff was pretty good too. So.
Yeah. But that right there, he rapping his little face off. I appreciate that. Sway Lee has a song called Someone Said. In case y'all like, what you doing? I'm just gonna go through a lot of music because we missed a week. Sway Lee has a song called Someone Said. And if you're thinking it's the same Someone Said as Travis Scott's Someone Said, yeah, it's the same. It's the same lyric. So it's the title of the song, but it's the same lyric as Travis Scott's. What's the name of that song with Drake? I don't remember. But anyway, it's the same.
Why did you ask me? Because I could have told you if you hadn't asked.
Someone said.
Okay, so but what did they say?
I don't know, because let me tell you,
I'm still trying to figure out what someone said.
I listened to it, but I was not invested. I'm just gonna keep it real with you.
Like
it wasn't
somebody
that
told
great
me,
of a song.
somebody told me he could sing after he did the sunflower thing.
That's what happened.
And I think that he taking that seriously, and
He really
I
is.
don't want him to.
Please don't.
I don't want him to.
Yeah. So this song, it was hyped,
Okay.
but it was not. Ooh.
Look.
Yeah.
Okay.
G-Eazy and DeLacy with what's the name of that song? Cruel Intentions, which they never say in the song. We were just having this conversation about a song got a title, but you'll never say it in the song. It's a really good song. I'm gonna play it for you as soon as I find Summer Walker for you.
Girl, she want me to see this new face.
I want
bad.
you to see it so bad. Right here, T.S. Madison. That's what she look like now. See, I found it. That way I could play.
Why do black girls get that nose?
I don't know.
Cause that nose is an ugly nose.
I don't know.
It look like the 3-finger nose.
And can I tell you,
like
to me, there was nothing wrong with her nose. That's just me.
But that's society.
That's just me.
People been telling her she got an ugly nose.
This side of heaven. Okay, I can't play it that long. But DeLacy makes the song. You know how G-Eazy rap. But DeLacy, she makes the whole song with her little singing thing that she got going on. So if you like G-Eazy, you can check it out. But DeLacy makes the song. 2 Chainz has a song out called No TV. There's no album associated with it, so it's just a freebie. It was mediocre.
It's not on the No Face, No Case?
No, it was a freebie.
Okay.
That's what it looked like when I was, flipping through.
Okay.
Yeah, it was okay. It was not. I'm a 2 Chainz fan. It was
right, and this is how I know that it's mediocre because I haven't heard it on the radio. And it was
mad mediocre.
And around here they
play 2 Chainz like it is the national anthem.
Yeah, so that's why I know that it can't be too good.
Yeah, it was mediocre. Now, Kash Doll with this Wake Up song. Have you heard the Wake Up song?
No.
Girl, let me tell you, I love this song. Half of this episode is gonna be me. I
have heard a lot of Kash Doll as of late, but
this is not on her album. This is gonna be my new. So a little personal stuff about me because I never talk about me. My alarm clock. Yeah, my alarm clock is No Apologies. If you're like, what is No Apologies? No Apologies is a song that Jussie Smollett sang the first season of Empire. With what's his name? The little young boy, his brother in the show. I can't remember.
Oh, Jamal? What's his name? Jamal?
No, Jamal is Jussie's character in Empire.
Oh yeah, I don't remember what his name is. Hakeem. That's his Hakeem.
And the song goes, I do what I want, make no apologies.
Oh, I remember that song.
Yes. So that's my wake up ringtone for me to get up because this that I'm gonna play for Tam is my new wake up song. Baby,
yes.
When I tell you that right there,
wake that ass up.
Bitch,
Wake that ass up.
I'm up.
The fuck?
Bitch, I'm up. Can I tell you that right there? That's my new ringtone.
That is hilarious.
That's gonna wake me up in the morning. Yes. So if I'm being transparent, I haven't heard the rest of the song. I just heard the chorus and I fell in love with it. I was like, this is my song. I love this
That's
song.
hilarious. It sounds amazing though. Like, I love it.
Last and not least, single-wise, Lianne La Havas is back, baby, with just one single. I wanted to come out with a whole album. She has a song, Bittersweet. I'm not gonna play it for y'all. I'll probably play it for Tam afterwards. It is a ballad because that's her bag, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that song's so good. Ooh, Jesus is good.
My sister saw her in concert and said that she sounded just like the record.
Her voice is
she was like, it's amazing.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lianne La Havas is back with Bittersweet. Okay, so some albums came out, right? I'm gonna tell you up front, J Nova came out. I did not listen to it. It's on my list. I had a lot of stuff to do. So I'm gonna listen to J Nova when I get a chance. Lil Baby, My Turn, I listened to some of it. It was all right. It's not my age bracket.
Right.
But I like him as a rapper. Herbo-PTSD. I like the title track. They've been playing it, but I have not listened to the whole album. I probably won't. I'm just gonna keep it funky. Young Nudie came out anyways. Didn't listen to a damn song. But Princess Nokia came out with 2 albums. She's a Gemini. So she came out with Everything is Beautiful, where she's smiling, and then Everything Sucks, where she is not smiling.
Okay.
So I listened to both albums because clearly I didn't have, I could have been listening to J Nova, but Green Eggs and Ham. I picked Princess Nokia because I should be standing for her today. I might stand for her. I might. She has a song, Green Eggs and Ham. That's good. Wavy, that's a really good song. She has a song called Gemini. I'm biased. Don't listen to me. Tam and I talked about Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Really good song. On the Everything Sucks side, she has a I Like Him, which I think you'll like that song. Gross and Fee Fi Fo, but I think it's like 12 on both albums. Okay. So basically, I would say it's a double album, but I don't know how it's packaged. But it dropped on the same day, which was last Friday.
Okay.
Tam was not here, so I didn't do a show. But I will not let this show go by without talking about Royce the 5'9's Allegory.
Because I did download it before I left the country and listened to it on the goddamn plane.
Look.
Because I had to hear that shit. That shit was so good to me. From start to finish, it was so good.
I didn't flip through one song.
Yeah,
I was like,
it was good to me. Now
the skits, everything.
Now Royce did say some things on the songs that I didn't agree with about the the baby with the autism and
vaccination
and the vaccination.
Yes,
I don't believe that. But
yes,
aside from those lines,
some controversial things. Yeah.
Aside from
that,
but
his rapping.
Yeah, he was rapping his face off.
He rapping.
He was rapping.
And then to add insult to injury, he been doing the circuit, the publicity. What am I trying to say? PR circuit, right? Yeah. So he's been on The Breakfast Club. He's been on Sway. He is wearing a goat ring because he has proclaimed himself, and I agree with him. He's absolutely with these last 2 albums, Book of Ryan, and now this one. He goat status.
He out there,
baby.
And here's the thing is that I feel like too many people view Royce as Eminem's sidekick. And I feel like, and for some people, I feel like that's why they don't give him the good turn that he needs.
My God.
Some people, but I feel like those people are missing completely out. He's genius, yo.
Yes.
That was the Allegory was so
damn
good. It was super.
I was
good.
like, well, maybe me and Tam need to start a segment of great ass albums.
Yeah,
that right there.
That was. I mean, it was. Here's the thing: is that I always liked Royce the 5'9", but what really turned me onto him, oh shit, was when he did the first Prime record with DJ Premier.
Yes.
When he did that, I was like,
yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
Ugly face. It was. So from that point on, I've been a fan. And not saying that he wasn't good before that, but
he elevated.
And
I feel like he in his 40s with us, and he's doing this. My dude. Usually when rappers are in their 40, I'll say a Snoop, I'll even say an Eminem, they doing this. Real talk, they doing this.
They completely maintain it, but he is setting the bar higher and higher and higher.
Produces all the beats are all his.
Yeah, it was just.
Man,
I mean,
that album.
He had a song with my boo, Crocodile.
Of course. Of course, you're boo.
Yeah, people don't know that I do have a crush on Crooked Eyes.
No, we know. We talk about it in the podcast. We know.
Yeah, I let him know too.
We know.
Yeah. So.
He has songs with multiple members of Griselda.
Yes, he does.
I mean, like, thank you. Look, thank you, Royce.
Yeah, they was rapping.
Wearing the gold ring.
Yeah, they was rapping.
Like,
that's some good shit. So.
And then when he said, and then I promise I'm done. I have gassed you up enough. He said, who's the best rapper between Cardi and Megan? He said, Kash Doll.
Oh, yes.
I said, come on, rep your Detroit all day,
say Kash
every
Doll.
day.
And when he said that, I was on the plane. You know, I had my headphones on, but and the plane was quiet, and this is what I did. So I know the people on the plane was like, bitch, what? And I was like,
bitch, I'm up.
I'm up. The fuck? Yeah, I was like,
yes.
I did holler on the plane.
So I had to just get that allegory out the way. Oh, and Ashley Terrell's is on there, who Tam was standing for not 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
So,
she is a Detroit girl.
Yes.
And aside from what the thing was that the reason I found her was Denon Porter, who was a part of D12, posted up her music one day. And I went down the rabbit hole on that and was like, what the what?
Yes.
Like, and that, I mean, I can say following Denon, I have found lots of people that I probably would not have
even known
if he hadn't, if he wasn't posting them up. And of course, most of them are from Detroit, but I'm not mad at that.
Yes.
That's amazing to me.
Yes.
You put your people on, and that's what it is.
I love that about Detroit. They definitely put their people on.
Put your people on. You're supposed
and extend that olive branch. Atlanta's like that too.
Yeah.
But
that's what I think that I have. That's what I think that I have always loved about Atlanta, as far as the music scene, is that where I'm from, the 757, they never really. This is me growing up now. I can't say what they do now because I'm not there, and I've been gone for 20 years. But when I was there, coming up, playing the local people, they didn't play them until they got famous.
Yes.
I went to a show and saw Missy and Timberlake, and them niggas booed them. So, in their own hometown. So, that tells you the type of hater shit that goes on there.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing is that they was hating on Pusha T about a month ago, talking about he'll never put nobody from back home on. And one of Pusha T's good friends, she's somebody I follow, she was like, I went to something in the water and they had an entire panel about getting signed and local music and all this. And she said, and none of y'all niggas who griping about T
was there.
Exactly. She was like, the room was goddamn empty. She was like, so I don't want to hear nothing y'all got to say.
So you missed out on free game.
Right. And now, last week, he made an announcement that he started a label.
Yes, he did.
For the local people.
Yes, that was going to be in my news, but that's all right.
Yeah. So, all you hater niggers who was talking shit about him, I dare you to walk in there.
Yes.
I dare you.
Come on, Cletus. Come on.
You might walk in, but you might limp out.
See, that's a whole different podcast, man. That's a whole different podcast.
But yes, cheers to Allegory.
Okay. So I have a couple of things news-wise. Megan Thee Stallion versus 1501 and the drama that is the whole controversy. So, if you've not been keeping up with the news, Megan Thee Stallion was basically told she could not release any more new music because her initial contract with 1501 was contradicting all the rest of the damn contracts that she signed. 1501 is owned by Carl Crawford. In case you don't know who Carl Crawford is, that is Evelyn Lozada's ex, as well as former baseball player, blah, 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 yakety schmackety. So,
did you hear the latest of what he said?
No, what did he say?
He said, I saw it on the Shade Room before I came in here.
Okay, what did he say?
He said that everything Megan said was a lie, and that she owe him $2 million, but you take all of her show money and you take 60% of her.
Yeah, I was
royalties.
just let's get into the nuances.
But she still owe you $2 million.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. Meg been selling out shows for 2 years now. Well, a year and a half.
And you've been taking all that money, and you talking she still owe you $2 million?
60%. So there's a lot of levels to this, and I still got two more other things to talk about. So, what was that? A month ago? More than a month ago? No, about a month ago. We were talking about Mace and Diddy, and how Mace signed his publishing away to Diddy, and Diddy did whatever he was doing with that. In the same breath, I want to say, and I'm not the person that says, "Oh my God, Meg, you should have read the contract." You 20. And you didn't have a lawyer with you, which you should always have. But experience as a teacher. I think what I want to say about that is that everybody signs shitty deals when they first get on. I'm going to keep it funky.
Well, wait. I saw a girl say, all these people are saying that Meg should have had a lawyer with her. Da, da, da.
She was 20.
Well, here was the thing. Is this girl said she signed to a deal. She said she had a lawyer. She said they read through everything. She signed it. She said, and she still got fucked by the record label. She was like, so that doesn't solve the issue. It's the way that the record labels are predatory.
Yes.
And they use this mixed
language
in
all
these
about
contracts.
The yes.
Yeah. So she said.
Yes.
So she said, y'all jumping on Meg. She said you can't do that. She said because it is done purpose. She said it's done purposefully. That they do it that way and they write them that way to fuck these people so they can get the money.
And this is my other question, because you brought up the $2 million. If Meg signed for $10,000,
that's all you got was $10,000. You gave me $10,000 and you getting all of my money.
60% of everything I gross, and that's not just album sales. That's tours. That's everything.
But out of her 40%, she has to pay everybody else.
Yes. So this is to me, that's worse than a 360 deal.
It is.
Y'all don't know what a 360 deal is. Look it up. Because I'm not doing it.
It is worse than a 360 deal.
So I say all of this to say, just to update everybody. So Meg sued. She can release new music, but the terms of the agreement stand still with the whole 60 him, 40 her. I just hope she. Everybody's like, oh. Well, Rock Nation, I'm like, no.
That's a management
Rock
deal.
Nation is a management deal, and she signed that shit way after the fact of all these other deals that she's in. So hopefully, because other women have gone through this.
Yes.
I know JoJo reached out to her.
Yeah.
You know, we love some JoJo.
And what happened to JoJo was shitty. She had to re-record all of her
stuff,
music.
just like Taylor Swift is doing.
Yeah, she had to re-record all of her music
just
so
like
that
Taylor
she could make money off of it.
Yeah, because she said she was not making a dime off her own music. She wasn't getting a dime off of her own music. Speaking of white women, sorry, JoJo. Duffy.
I heard about that.
Did you hear about Duffy?
Yes.
So, to update you guys, Duffy had a Stepping Stone, and there was another song that she had.
But she could sing her face off.
Yes.
She came out on the heels of Amy Winehouse.
Yes.
And then she was here, and then she was gone.
So, Duffy disappeared, literally and figuratively. And a journalist tracked her down. Come to find out, Duffy was kidnapped and raped over a period of days, and she just kind of fell off and got herself together.
Don't blame her.
Tell her, got herself together, and I'm not saying I don't know if she's gonna be back with some music, but to hear her story and to hear what happened to her, you know,
I would take a break.
I would take all the breaks.
As long as I possibly could.
So
unfortunately,
yes. So Duffy, JoJo reached out to Megan Thee Stallion. People were asking Taylor Swift to reach out to Megan Thee Stallion because she's gone through the same thing. So we will see what happens. We'll keep you updated on it because we're turning into a news podcast apparently.
Yes. I mean, it's just, it's very interesting. And I always find it interesting when people who are not in the music industry sign music artists and then screw them. Mm-hmm. Because, you don't know, for me personally, you, Carl Crawford, don't know nothing about the music industry. But you were able to get somebody to sign a contract to fuck her out of her money.
But you know who is behind that?
Jay Prince.
Yes.
And as much as a good guy that y'all say he is, I
that.
believe that's some bullshit.
Who said that?
Plenty of the...
Who said that?
Plenty of the Negroids.
Baby, I have heard Jay Prince is worse than Suge Knight, so I have never... Look... The people do not say that. Okay.
Yeah, so,
I'm gonna move on from Jay Prince. So Black History Month ended, and here is March, and Flavor Flav got kicked out of Public Enemy.
Here's the thing about Flav getting kicked out of Public Enemy. That it was Bernie Sanders that was the trigger.
Yes.
Because here's the thing is that y'all been together for 20 some odd years.
35.
Excuse me, 35 years. And if this nigga been fucking up before, way before this, why didn't you just fire him then?
Flav responded back today. I think it was today. And he said a couple of things. Number one, I ain't been on drugs in 10 years, so don't be trying to use that as a scapegoat. Like you said, you had plenty of other opportunity to kick me out when I was messing up. He said, I sent Bernie a cease and desist, not that I was suing or none of this other stuff. It just...
Yeah, it was a horrible day for hip hop.
I was just like, really?
And, and I have been in love with Chuck D since I was a child. Mm-hmm. And, I was like how I was going to marry him. We was going to have a black power wedding. Everybody was going to wear black. And we was going to hold our fists up at the altar.
So much hotepness.
Yes, as
so
a youngster.
Hotepness.
I feel like I was a hoteptress in the making. I just didn't know. And I didn't know.
C-R-E-S-S.
But, so for me to have loved him as long as I was very disappointed in that. Highly disappointed in that.
Yes. I don't have nothing to add.
It was just pitiful.
It was
like a pitiful situation.
It really is. And to me, because you already kicked Professor Griff.
Yeah.
You already kicked Professor Griff out the group. Now you're gonna kick Flavor. Who left? Terminator X.
He been gone.
Oh no, Terminator X was first. You're right.
Terminator X been gone for a long time.
So to me it's a classic sign of, I own the rights to the name, so I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
Right.
You hear me? 112, that shit's not cute. New Edition, that shit's not cute.
None
of this shit is cute.
The Ricky Bobby.
RBM.
Yeah.
None of this is cute. Okay.
Look at my face.
Y'all owning names to stuff. The new Drew here. I'm sick of y'all. Okay, anyway, the last thing I want to talk about is 3 6 Mafia is being sued for 150 acts of copyright infringement.
What did y'all niggas not try to get any samples cleared? Y'all just was fucking it up.
They didn't clear no samples.
I was like, what the fuck? When I saw that, I was like, I don't even know what to say to that. I ain't even know what to say to that. When I saw it, like I was scrolling, and I was just like, it was like you scroll and I pause.
Look, I'm not reading this.
I'm not reading this shit.
Yes, so I don't have nothing to say about it. I just wanted y'all to know.
What the fuck were they thinking
I don't know what's going on anymore. I was like, is this still Black History Month? Is this January all of a sudden again?
When I tell you, I'm sorry, I'm falling out the chair. 2020 just started off hella rough.
It's like, what is
January,
I thought March was going to be smooth.
January was a mess. February was some hot bullshit.
Oh, my God.
And now we into March, and it ain't started off no better.
It's been a mess.
Yeah, it's a hot mess.
Half of me wants to stand for, who did I say I was going to stand for? I didn't say Kash Doll. Who did I say I was going to stand for?
Was it Lee?
No, I feel like I already stand for her. Half of it was Princess Nokia. I really want to stand for her. But I think I've already stand for her. So I'm standing for Amber Mark today.
She got new music out?
Generous, yes she do.
Okay.
I talked about it like 2 weeks ago. Okay. But I'm standing for her because I was listening to one of her old songs today and I was like, I should have been stood for you. Amber Mark, beautiful girl. Her voice is very distinctive. You know when you hear it. Her newest song is called Generous. It's kind of like catering to a man, like that cater to you vibe. Love Me Right, which is my favorite song by her. And then she has Lose My Cool, which is the song that everybody knows. Go listen to Amber Mark. I'm not going to play anything for you. She's amazing. Do you have anyone you're standing for?
I'm standing for the whole soca music world. I was out of town, and while I was out of town, I don't know if I mentioned I was going to Carnival. I just know I kept saying I was leaving the country. But I went to Carnival, and unlike some people, most people, here's the thing. We're going to have a Carnival talk right now. Here's the thing.
That's the topic of
lots of people go to Carnival because they want to wear little clothes and shake their ass. Like that's the
I could do that in my
that's
house.
the spirit of it. Like, and when I say that, that's the spirit of it, and they want to go to lots of parties where they can drink as much as they possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a 5-day party.
I could do that in my house.
And this is how you know that that's really the nature of it, is because Carnival ends on what in America, in New Orleans, they call Fat Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So by Ash Wednesday, Carnival's done. But on the flight back here to the United States, there were some people on the plane that stayed the whole week after Carnival was over. And when you go to all the parties, you get wristbands. Why you still had the wristbands on? You could have cut them bitches off on Wednesday. But you kept them on because you wanted people to see how many parties you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's a certain nature to it. Now, because my dad is from Carnival, from Trinidad. My dad from Carnival. Yeah, he's from the Carnival.
I said your daddy is from the party culture. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my dad is from Trinidad, and he has 2 of his sisters, and one of his brothers still lives in Trinidad. So for them, it's more of a cultural event. Mm-hmm. So all the things that we went to were very culturally based versus going to the fets. Mm-hmm. We went the Friday night. We were there. We were supposed to go to a party, to a show, but our plane was delayed. So to get into, because Carnival Friday, everybody flew into town, and we stood in line for 2 hours in the immigration line, just trying to get into the country. So 2 solid hours. So we didn't do anything Friday, but on Saturday, we went to what they have is they have a competition. It's called Panorama, and it's when all the steel bands play. So they have competitions throughout the year, and they narrow it down to 12 bands. Mm-hmm. The 12 bands put on a stage show in front of judges, and based on the amount of points, they crown a winner.
Okay.
Everybody thought that. What's the group? Excuse me. The group is called Renegades. Renegades have won the past 4 years in a row. And they went into the competition
confident
with the most points.
Oh, okay.
Leading up to the competition. Okay. So what happens is that when you go into the competition, you're assigned a soca song to play. Mm-hmm. And so whoever is the conductor or the director of the steel pan band does their own kind of, they compose it how they want to. They, so that the band can play it how they want to play it, which is fine. So some of the bands were playing the same song. It was just, arranged the arrangement is what I was looking for. They were arranged differently. Mm-hmm. So Renegades went into it playing the song Wrong Again by Skinny Bonton. And so,
but not to be confused with Skinny Fabulous, because I know that y'all,
and not to be confused with Bougie Bonton.
Please and thank you.
Yeah. So their song was Wrong Again, and we didn't go inside the stadium to actually see it, but outside of the stadium they had vendors. They were selling alcohol, and you could see the bands rehearse before they went on stage. Mm-hmm. So we literally got to hear their routine before they actually put on the performance. So the Renegades went in with the most points. We wanted to. My family wanted to hear Exodus because the people who do Exodus, the guy who used to run the band, was from their neighborhood that they grew up in. Okay. So they had always been, their father and mother had always been an Exodus fan. So they wanted to hear Exodus, which was fine. Exodus was excellent. The Renegades were excellent. It was a band, there was one band in there from Tobago, and we were behind them, and that was the video I put up on my Instagram, and they sounded good too. So there was nothing that didn't sound good to all of us. But there was one group that we heard a bit of, and we just kind of, but it was called Desperados, but everybody called them Despos. Mm-hmm. And they went on, and then when they came off, and as the night went on, there were still bands going. At this point, our maxi driver, which is a taxi cab, was coming in to pick us up.
Was it Maxi Priest?
No, our maxi driver's name was Junior. And so, so typical, so stereotypically West Indian. Yes, it was. So we left early, so we didn't find out who won. Mm-hmm. Well, the next morning, we just assumed Renegades won. Mm-hmm. They won the past 4 years. come to find out, Despos beat them for the first time in like 5 years. They lost, so it was kind of crazy to find out. And the Friday night when we got in, what was happening. And here's another thing that makes it interesting is that all the carnival festivities, they show it on TV. So like it's on the TV, on the local TV channel. Oh, wow. So they have, every year they have the Soca, they have the Calypso Monarch and they have the Soca Monarch. And then Soca is broken into two categories. It's power and groovy. Okay, so the competition for the Soca Monarch was Friday night, and they were showing it on TV. They were showing the groovy category, and there was a couple of people, like a couple of songs I knew, some songs I didn't know. You didn't watch Girls Cruise with Lil' Kim and them, did you? Did you watch that episode?
Like I watched the episode or two.
Okay, so you
not the full thing.
So you remember the guy that was on the boat with them?
Yes.
Rome.
Yes.
He was one of the guys in them. So because he sings, I had no idea. He has a He has a song called "Good Good," and it's a good song. Like, it's a really good song. He actually had a song in both categories, so he performed twice that night. So they do the Monarch, and then that, you know, they get prize money, whatever. So the song that won for the groovy was the Happy Song by College Boy Sammy or something. I had never heard the song. I did not know the song. But the song that won for Power was by Iowa George, Neil Iowa George, and the song is called "The Stage Gone Bad." When I tell you that, if I started to play this for my sister, she would pick up her desk and throw it at me because we heard it for like 8 days straight.
Let me move out of the way.
We heard it for 8 days straight. But along with being like the Soca Monarch, what happens is they have whoever wins the road march, and that is when the bands are going down the street in their costumes, what song gets played the most. Okay. So Iowa George won that also because it was the only song that the people were playing. Like, that was it. So so that was Panorama on Saturday. Well, Sunday night they got us tickets to what they call Dimanche Gras. And Dimanche Gras is basically the kings and queens of the bands. These, because when people get on the costumes and they get in a group and it'd be like the 55 trucks with the speakers, that's considered a band. Okay, so the kings and queens of the band participate, and they try to name the king and the queen of Carnival 2020. So we basically got to see these costumes, and these people come out on stage in these costumes, and these costumes are 30 feet high and 30 feet wide, and somebody's dragging them on wheels, and they dancing and making it move. It was amazeballs to see. Like, it was the craziest, and these costumes cost them thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. So it was very much good to see, and of course, I wanted to go to a party, but what I didn't know at Dimanche Gras is that they have performers. So they were like, you know, coming to the stage, and they started talking about somebody, and then my dad's sister was like, "It's got to be my child. It's got to be my child." And I was like, "Masha Montana?" Like, I look at her like this. Are you for real? And here he comes on the goddamn stage with Skinny Fabulous. And my whole life flashed before my eyes because I was so excited.
This is awesome.
So I saw them perform. Then Bungie Garland performed. I saw Lyrical, Farmer Nappy, all the people that I love. I saw, but we left after a while because our Maxie was there to pick us up at a certain time. And when I left, I missed Patrice Roberts, and she was the one that sings the song that I played for you before we started the podcast.
Yes.
So, and she every carnival season, she creates a song about carnival itself. Okay. So, like, she did a song a few years ago, and it was like, this year she did a song called Happy Carnival. And it was like Happy Carnival to you and you and you, Happy Carnival. Last year she did Carnival Sweet for Days. So like every year she does a tune that doesn't necessarily talk about anything but carnival.
Yeah.
And so I was sad I didn't get to see her perform Happy Carnival because I really like that song. But you know, there were a couple of female artists since it's Women's History Month, this Soca season, this carnival season in Soca that had really popular songs. Patrice Roberts always has a popular song every carnival season, but she had a couple that were really popular that we heard a lot on the road when we were out there. Also, Nadia Batson has a song that's called Fat, but basically the line is like, how my bumper looking fat? Like, so it's like, yeah, so it's so I'm gonna play it for you because you will love it. That would be your theme song. So
I'm ready. Come
on.
on.
So that one was good. And Bungie Garland is married to a soca artist by the name of Faye-Ann Lyons. Her father is a soca artist, so it's in her blood.
It's in the family, apparently.
Yeah, it's in the family. Yeah. And so she had a song that was called Dive. So basically, she was talking about diving into the crowd and just diving at the party. And so every time she performed it on stage this season, she would jump into the crowd and surf the crowd. And the thing is that in that type of environment, and I say internationally, like because she's a woman, it was received way different. Because men would do it all the time anywhere else, but because it was a woman that was doing it and promoting people to dive. I mean, but Dive is a pretty awesome song, and those three women, like, carnival season is over in Trinidad, but carnival season itself lasts until October, and the last carnival is in Miami. So in your city, if you're in a larger city, more than likely they have a carnival that you just didn't know nothing about because you never sought it out.
Even if you're not, go to a
larger city and participate. Like, for example, New Orleans just started their carnival 2 years ago. So theirs is in June. So, you know, Atlanta since I've been here for 20 years, Atlanta has always had a carnival. It's now split in two, but now that I have converted my sister to a soca fan, we are actually, Niki, you are invited, we are actually participating in carnival this year
Do I have to
in
wear
Atlanta.
The fishnets?
No. We not playing in the band. We just gonna go watch.
That sounds boring. I think we should wear fishnets.
I mean, if you want to, you can wear anything you want.
We should wear fishnets.
She gonna have me out there in fishnets, dressed like a Jamaican woman. But I did find out that one of the performers this year at Atlanta Carnival, and they have it in Stonecrest with Lithonia every year. So is Lyrical, and he's one of my old boos. Because I love him. I found out, though, when I was in Trinidad, that he doesn't live in Trinidad anymore. He actually moved to Brooklyn. So he lives in Brooklyn.
Look, what?
Yeah, I think that he's
stateside?
Yeah, he is stateside. Okay. So I'm just waiting to get the rest of the list to buy the tickets to go. But it's Memorial Day weekend. So I say everybody come out because there's parties all over. There's a parade. Skinny Fabulous has a party every year. It's called the Black Rave. I have to go. You get to wear all black. So and then they do where it's like neon things that glow in the dark. So it's like it's called the Black Rave. So yeah, like experiencing carnival like up close and personal, being immersed in it is, and for me, like I love the party part of it, but for me the cultural stuff was more significant to me just because it was like that's what they do every year. Like people that live there, they look for, I mean, when I tell you when we went to Panorama and we didn't even have to go on the inside, when I tell you it was like a barbecue with beer and corn soup and the Trinidad Royal Castle chicken. Like it was like people, was out there drinking. Like it was bacon shark. It was a good time, not even being inside the stadium. So it was kind of one of those, how when you go
like when you tailgate
at a black homecoming.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what it was like. Absolutely. And so it was a lot of fun to see. And my sister was saying we were walking, she was like, I'm looking around and she was like, we are the same everywhere. She was like, turn up is real. She was like, we are really and truly the same everywhere. And so, we had that conversation. But then on Monday was Juve Monday, where the people get up at 2 a.m. and start dancing in the street and throwing paint on each other and water and all of this other. Wait, look, we went to the beach instead, and so we went to the beach.
Yes.
And then Tuesday was Carnival Tuesday, and that's when the bands came out, and we went out there at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we was out there till 7 o'clock at night. And when we was out there at 7 o'clock at night,
look,
wait a minute, Niki, them fools was still drinking and marching up and down the street.
Nah, my liver and my bladder say.
And they were calling that what they call it, last lap. When I tell you,
look.
my dad asked one of his friends that he grew up with. He was like, "How do they do it?" And he was like,
That's a good question.
He was like, he said it's psychological. He said you have to get in your head,
my neck,
that,
my back,
right, that you are gonna party for 5 days straight. And when I tell you that it was funny because when we started seeing people, we was like, oh, they tired. You can tell they tired.
Like when you see somebody who feet hurt
yes.
when they walking from the food.
Or there was we saw this one lady. She was an older Indian woman, and she was probably a Trini, but you know they have everybody looks different and everybody looks alike.
Subculture, yeah.
Yeah. So but it was probably 9 o'clock, and she was.
She looked like the little inflatable thing.
Yes, she was at the car dealership. I promise you. And I was like, who drinks that much this early in the day?
No.
But people were out there partying, drinking, like the whole 9 yards. I mean, it was like a big street festival. And then when we were leaving, when it was dark, only people who are from Virginia Beach and are my age will understand this. It was like goddamn Greek fest. It was like a hot, so let's say it was like Freaknik times 12. Like,
It
it was a lot going on, but we were leaving and they were still, bad.
Security.
Nope.
Security.
So I was
Come
like,
get these Negroes. Come get them.
so that's why I said 2022 because we have to get our physiques and our minds ready.
They gonna get these stretch marks.
Oh, they gonna get.
I gotta get my mind ready, but the rest of it is you just gonna get what you get.
Well, when I say physiques, I mean like the endurance level has to be on 1,000.
I gotta work on my stamina.
Yeah, because you're gonna be walking for miles.
Look,
You're gonna be walking for miles.
Nice.
So
that's what a podcast will be in 2021.
Yeah, 2022, girl.
2022.
Yeah, so we.
Oh, you right? 2021 is next year.
I ain't ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
Never
ready?
mind.
We ready? Like no, we're not ready for that. But you know, anybody watching, I'm telling my core group of people. But if you want to get with us, we going. Let us know. We can
fishnet and thighs.
Yes.
2022.
And you know, you might see some ham hocks out there.
It's gonna definitely be some ham hocks.
Yeah, it's really I feel like when I say this and people are like, I feel like it's something that you should experience at least once in your life. That everybody should. Absolutely. And I always tell people start small. So if your city has a carnival, go to that.
And see if it don't wear you out.
And see if it don't wear you out. And then, like, to see the real, then you just playing. But, like, it's a good time. It really is a good time. And I get it. I've always gotten it because I've always wanted to participate in the one in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. But after going to Trinidad, dude, it's like you got to. Yeah. So, but that's all I have to say about my good old Soca people. I'm talking too much. We got to get out of here.
No, I'm just showing you. We haven't gone over 40 minutes in a long time.
I know.
It's been a long time.
But I had to do my vacation recap.
Yes. And we needed it because I didn't have no topic today because it's the 60th episode.
Yes, but it was,
Yes. It's going to be called Soca Tings.
Yes, and I feel like I'm still learning Soca. But if you have questions for me about artists and the music and where you can find it,
she's a subject matter expert.
Just send me. My dad and his family call me the Queen of Soca now. because I knew all the songs that they didn't know, and they live on the island. And they was like, "How do you know the songs that I listen to y'all radio station at my job?"
There you go.
And my dad was like, "Can you download the app on my phone?" He was like, "Cause I feel like I'm missing everything."
Aww.
And I was like, "Well, I will send it to you so you can download it."
Super cute.
Yeah. So if you have questions about it, I am the soca music lady. That's my job.
All right. Well, we have excused Tam from sexual behavior in the ghetto because she has had a very long week.
And I have a tan.
And she has. She just gave y'all a whole free. Please donate to the podcast because she is showing skin. Thank you. I do not remember who asked me this on my Instagram stories, my personal Instagram stories. Who asked me this? It wasn't Justin. Somebody asked me. I can't remember who. That is Xavier Washington that is moaning in my Instagram stories. If you follow the Terrell Show, which you should follow Terrell Show just like you follow the podcast.
Right.
Xavier was the runner-up in, it's called The Race to the Blue. And so this little Harvard, Yale, wherever he go, this little chocolate boy was singing. I think I have it so Tam can see because I don't think.
I think I have seen him. I think I have seen him, but I don't know if I've heard him. You know what I'm saying?
He was video. I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna take this offline. But longer story short, he was moaning in my Instagram, so I wanted people to hear young Xavier because he was so awesome. But that's Xavier Washington. I had to find it. And I can't remember. I tagged him in it. But nonetheless, that's who that was singing. Somebody asked me and I did not respond and I let too much time go by. That's all we have for today. This is a 60th episode. I don't know if we're going to take it back. Maybe we'll just start season 4 effective this episode and then we'll just glide through. I don't know. Me and Tam will talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll let you know what we do. But the 60th episode is a wrap. Y'all have a wonderful week. We will maybe see you next week. Maybe not. I don't know. When we talk about it, I'll let you know. I'll put it in the YouTube comments below. All right. Thank